Okay, so the first semi-final we have this afternoon is compound women. Targets are set at 50 metres and the face size is 80 centimetres. So this morning we had the quarterfinals, and we can see the lineup for this afternoon's semi-finals. Sarah Preels versus Layla Allinson, and first up will be Lucy Mason versus Ella Gibson. So Izzy, both of these archers have been your teammates in the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's right. We've been on the GB youth team together for many years. Ella only for the last couple, but me and Lucy have been teammates for 5 or 6 years now, so I know both these girls very well, and their shooting too. They're both formidable shooters.
Well, obviously Ella's finished this season strongly with UK record of 7:05 in the qualification round, and she's had an immense season.
Yeah, she has. She's been shooting very consistently all year round, and she's been giving some of the more experienced women a run for their money as well.
Sure, and Lucy, she's a former cadet world champion.
Yeah, out in Argentina. She shot amazing, and it was difficult out there. I mean, similar to today, it was windy, but it was intense out there. And she shot so consistent throughout the whole week, and came away with the title.
And I think as we go into this match, the weather is going to play a huge part. So it's whoever settles down the most. The wind has definitely picked up from this morning's quarterfinals.
Yeah, you can just see behind the arches those flags moving like mad. So I mean, the two athletes they have shot this morning. However, as we've seen match by match, the wind has changed, and that's something that they're going to have to be aware of as they're shooting.
Both open with nines. I think Ella's is close to the line. The judge will take a look at that.
Bit of movement with the gust there.
A lot of
Yeah. Wow, well done, Lucy.
From Lucy, yeah. This is about making the best out of the conditions that you can and not letting those bad arrows affect.
For sure, yeah. I mean, it is a case of, waiting for those gaps and hoping that you get one and really making use of them as well. Lucy didn't look too happy with the shot, but it's gone with the other one, so she's got a group to work with. It's Ella's last error. Wind's picking up a bit there.
10 seconds. So each of these archers have 20 seconds per arrow.
Yep.
To shoot. And that's a fantastic start from both women. Ella's got an arrow that's got an asterisk against it. That could be upgraded to a 9 once the judge has a look. Okay, so Ella's has been upgraded. And we, after end 1, moves into a 2-point lead. It was a lovely, strong shot from Ella.
Yeah, she's found a group. She's in there. I think she found that shot a little difficult there from the end of that. I think the wind was just about to pick up as she shot, so she timed that really well.
Lucy's behind in the match, so she will have the opportunity to shoot first on end 2.
Movement on the front arm there.
Yeah, down to 5 seconds.
You can see she's just getting pushed in to that right side.
It's a great shot.
Yeah.
Absolutely, she waited till the last possible moment.
And that's the thing, because sometimes with a countdown, you know, you've got your coach behind you counting you down, and sometimes it's very easy to get caught up on the time and think, oh, I've only got, 7 seconds or whatever. But 7 seconds is a long time, and we should use that up as much as we can.
I mean, Ella was part of the team that went to Berlin, and that was exceptionally windy.
Yeah.
And the women's team took silver there, and they produced a fantastic performance. So she does perform well in these conditions.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose all year all the archers have been facing, it's been a really windy season for sure, and the weather hasn't been ideal, so it's something that we've all had to sort of really adapt to quite quickly at the beginning of the season, in the hope of ranking well throughout all the tour stages, and also to get some scores in for next year. So both these women have shown their capability of shooting in the wind, and it's just going to be a case of who utilises their time best in this match today.
See Lucy's target, that lovely group just over to the right slightly, so a sight adjustment.
It's difficult to know, isn't it, I suppose, when the wind's like this, and it is changeable in direction, so it's difficult to know whether to move the sight or to aim off or to bubble. Yeah. I mean, personally, aiming off for me, I don't like doing it, so if it is windy like this, I prefer just to bubble it. So it's simply where you tilt the cam into the direction the wind's coming from. Depending on how strong the wind is will depend on how much you move the bubble, which is the spirit level inside the scopes that the archers are looking through. So it is a great technique to utilise, especially in conditions like this when the wind could potentially change during the match.
Okay, so Lucy 3 points behind will open up end 3. Wants to stay in touch with Ella at this point.
Yeah, definitely. She wants to keep building on.
It's a great
start. Yeah, she definitely wants to just sort of keep coming up behind Ella, so she's not allowing her to gain any more of a lead, and she can slowly claw back the points. Yeah, she didn't look happy with that shot. I think it might have just come off on the back wall there a little bit at the end of the shot. And Lucy really needs to use that 7 to her advantage now. She shoots 9.28 end.
That has a possible 2-point lead.
Yeah.
Okay, so lead cut back to 1 point.
I think this one's going to be a particularly close match. These girls are really equally matched against each other as well. Like you say, they've both been on the team together this year, and they've been given the same opportunities. So they've definitely shot in similar conditions and the same events as well.
Lucy shot a 141 this morning to defeat Sarah Moon in her quarter-final. Ella a 137. So this all-important fourth end.
Yeah, it really is the end where it's the one that counts. I mean, it's the one that leads up to the final end. You know where you stand against your opponent, and you know what you need to do to win. And it really can affect mental game too, because you know how far you are away. Nice solid shot, strong shot from Lucy. A nice X there. She looked really confident, nice and quick.
Yeah. Match by Ella. So still that 1 point gap.
A little long on the hold by Lucy there.
Oh, yeah, that's a 5 from Lucy. I think the breeze was really playing with her there.
Yeah, it just caught her right at the end of the shot.
Ella capitalises.
Yeah. I mean, that was a really good response there from Ella. Lucy really needs to start shooting another 10. Yeah, another 10.
Good recovery, and we've seen that throughout the day when somebody's had an arrow that's been less than ideal that they've recovered quickly.
They have, yeah. And I feel like in these sorts of situations, the arrows that were bad weren't necessarily the fault of the archer. So it's easy to put it out of your head. You know, if it was your fault, sometimes you kind of squander on it a little bit. But in a situation like this, Lucy can sit there and know that she's capable of shooting 10s.
So, moving into the last end, Ella has a 5-point lead. But as we've seen throughout the day, that isn't necessarily safe.
Yeah.
You'd much rather be in that position.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, having a lead going into the last end is very good, and it does give you a bit of confidence. But like you say, in this weather, it is changeable, and that can affect where the arrows go at the end of the day. So it really is anyone's game till the last arrow's shot.
So here we are moving into the last end of this first semi-final for a place in our gold medal match later on today.
Lucy will be shooting first, and target 1 is the trailing archer in this match.
Nice strong front shoulder, following through on the shot.
Yeah, nice one. Very nice shot. Following on from the other 2 X's she had from that last end. And Ella responds with another X. I mean, it just shows how good these girls are. I mean, they're matching each other arrow for arrow.
Yeah, and they're pushing the limits of women's compound up in this country.
And it's just showing the standard that GB have created as well. You know, we've been seeing more of us on those final stages abroad, and it's really nice to see our women out there shooting amazing, and also making other opponents from other countries raise their game as well.
6-point lead going into the last arrow.
I mean, Lucy really needs 10 here just to finish off the end. A little bit of movement there.
Yeah, she had to make that shot. She was running out of time.
Ella only needs a 5 to win the match with her last arrow. And a 9. Yeah, nice finish.
Lovely.
Yeah, 29 end. Should be happy with that. And 140 as well, which is one of the higher scores that we've seen today.
Yeah, I think it's the second highest women's score that we've seen today. Third, sorry. So, our first finalist is known. So Ella will move on to the gold medal match, and Lucy will move through to the bronze.
I missed that.